This is a problem we're going to prove a statement. Prove that one integral is equal to the other by using a substitution. Okay, good. So, given that I is the integral from -2 to 1 of x squared, then you have a square root of x cubed plus 8 dx. Show that if u is equal to x cubed plus 8, then I is equal to 1/3 integral from 0 to 9 of the square root of u du. Alright, let us see something here. This is I is equal to, now it is the integral from -2 to 1 of x squared. But then look at this. You have the square root of x cubed plus 8 dx. But what is square root of x cubed plus 8? It is u. So you can write the square root. What is x cubed plus 8? X cubed plus 8 is u, as seen there. So you can write u under the square root sign. Alright? Now, here we have a dx. We're supposed to have du. In addition, we have an x squared, and there shouldn't be any x squared. And we have some more changes to make. Now, the fact that u is x cubed plus 8, we can get a dx somewhere there if we differentiate and find the u by dx. Alright? So, what we have is that du by dx is equal to, when we differentiate this, we get 3x squared. Alright? So what is dx? Dx would be, when you transpose it, it is du over 3x squared. You see that? So what we have is the integral of x, not cube, x squared, square root of u dx. But what is dx? Dx is what you see out there, du over square root of x squared. So it's du over, du over 3x squared. I should say du over 3x squared. Alright. Now, we initially had -2 to 1, but guess what? It is no longer an integral with respect to x. It is now an integral with respect to u. So we have to modify these to make it u. Now, notice x was -2. So at this point, x equal -2, but u is x cubed plus 8. See that? Which is, you remember we're using the boundaries with u, not x. So we have to change from x to u. Changing boundary from the value of x to the value of u. X, given originally, was -2, but u is x cubed plus 8. So I have to say u is x cubed, which is -2 cubed plus 8. You see that? And then up top here, what's going to happen? Same thing. And u will be 1 cubed plus 8. So let's rewrite the function. We have the integral from negative 2 cube plus 8 to 1 cube plus 8 of, we have an x squared square root of u du over what again? 3x squared. Okay, so that is the integral from, alright, negative 2 cube is what? It's going to be negative 8. Negative 8 plus 8. So it's negative 8 plus 8 to 1 plus 8 of, now let's fix this part up. You see the x squared up top here? Let's put the x squared on the bottom here under it. So over x squared. Now this will multiply square root of u du, but all of that is multiplied by 1/3 because we have du over 3, right? Or you remember when you integrate, you can put the whole number that multiplies everything outside the integral sign. So it's 1/3 integral from negative 8. Negative 8 plus 8 is 0. 1 plus 8 is 9. X squared cancel x squared. X squared divided by x squared is 1, right? We have square root of u du. So I equals that. Is it the same thing as we have before? I is 1/3 integral from 0 to 9. 1/3 integral from 0 to 9 of square root of u du. Alright. Square root of u du. So you can write that it was shown and you underline your shown.